Alright guys, so in this video, you're going to see me skate a size 8 and a size 825, both fully set up boards, and I'm going to determine which board size I'm going to roll with, which full complete I'm going to roll with, and give you the reasons why I decided to stick with that one. I've been skating a size 8 for the last 2 to 3 weeks, and it's been feeling pretty good, but I wanted to see why I moved from the 825 to the 8 and determine if I want to stick with 8s or if I want to move back up to 825. So let's get to it. Let's figure out which board size I'm going to... So let's get to it. Let's figure out what board size I'm going to skate going forward. And I'm going to give you guys some tips on how you can figure out how to pick out the right board for you without having to go through these same steps. So let's get to it.
Yeah, one take. I'm just living in another day, living in another way. Need to get about my mind, cause all I do is contemplate. All I do is concentrate, all I do is run in place. Where's my destination? I don't know, but it will fall in place. If I do believe it, then I know I can achieve it. If I fail a couple times, I don't see that as a weakness. See that as an opportunity to work harder than I usually. Cause I don't have much time, or the patience need to make it. Kinda lot up on my plate, but I've been hungry, need to taste it. I'm not lucky that I have this talent. Lucky means I didn't work, put hours in the booth, and I put hours into written words. These motherfuckers stout, and I just shut them out and flip the bird. Cut it out, it wouldn't work. I got the driving passion. When you say you about that action, better keep that same energy. But always stuck in traffic, I'm really about to wreak some havoc. This ain't a movie, I'm not acting, assuming that I can't back it up. Uber is here to pack it up, constantly falling up, padding up. I don't see anything adding up, flowing hotter than magma. I'll cut you off like amputation. From a human, I'm mutated. I don't fuck with your vibration. So much toxic energy, I need my soul fumigated. I don't need no medication, all I need is meditation. All I need is what I think to be much greater than my circumstance. You don't wanna see me angry like that green guy in the purple pants. I'm graded on my effort, and you're graded like some grated cheese. Could never leave an impact, and my impact is like crater deep. I'm the meteor and you're the dinosaurs. Now go extinct. My eyes are closed but not asleep. Kaleidoscope, I see the spectrum. Colors vivid, monolithic. State of mind, I call it gifted. Pay no mind to all statistics. Fuck your numbers, analytics. I don't give a damn if it's impossible. Then I'm the one that broke the system. I'm the one that made the difference. I'm the one that came up with the plan that I would...
Alright guys, so I'm really trying to figure out whether I like skating size 8 completes or size 825 completes. Personally, when I see these styles of videos, a lot of people just change the deck size and leave everything else the same. But I figure that it's really hard to figure out whether you like a size 8 or a size 825 when your trucks don't really match your board size. So with that being said, I'm going to go to Freedom Board Shop today. I'm going to go grab another 825, except for I'm going to build out a whole entire 825 complete. So with that being said, let's go on ahead and head to Freedom. Let's go make a new complete. As I'm editing this video, I realize there's absolutely no sound coming from my camera, and this is without any mics attached or anything of that nature. So I'm thinking that's taking in what I'm saying. It doesn't take in any audio. So what's going on in this portion of the video that you're about to see is I decided to do Skateboarding Made Simple Volume 1 on both boards. So an ollie on an 8, an ollie on an 825, front 180, front 180, back 180, back 180, and so on and so forth. And I take the first land I do with both boards so I can give you guys a real in-depth review. There's no warm-up or anything before the session, just straight to it. I don't even think I really stretched that much, which, you know, that probably isn't affected. But outside of the little stretching I did do before the session, I did no warm-up. I didn't roll around the park on both boards. I just went straight to Skateboarding Made Simple Volume 1. So yeah, check out the differences and we'll talk about it right after. Alright, so I know it's not going to be obvious at first, but I'm going to be sticking with the 825. The reason behind me sticking to the 825 is because there is more room for me to land on, which makes me feel more comfortable trying new tricks when I want to start learning new tricks. Now with the size 8, the board does flip faster. As you guys saw in the comparison video, my kickflip was way better on the 8 than it was on the 825. But if you cut me some slack, that was also the first day I was skating that full 825 setup. I hadn't skated indies in forever, outside of the ones that are on the 8. And when I started skating the 825 setup, the kickflip was relatively the same as the size 8 board. Now, when choosing boards, the most important thing you want to look at is, does it feel comfortable under your feet? So if you go to a skate shop, most skate shops will allow you to step on the board so you can get a general feel of what it feels like under your feet before you decide to buy it at all. Which is why I always recommend get your first board from a skate shop or buy your boards from a skate shop, especially when you're looking at changing sizes. Now, doing that will allow you to feel out whether you want a bigger board or a smaller board off rip. And that's just based off of the comfortability under your feet, because at the end of the day, you want to feel comfortable on whatever you're stepping on, because that's what you're going to ride until it breaks or until you decide to change it out. Now, another way you can also tell is based off of the type of skating you want to do. Do you want to stay on your board a lot more, do more transition? Do you want to get super technical, flip your board a lot? I find that people who want to be more technical in skateboarding want to go smaller sizes versus people who want to be more like huck down things and do bigger things. They go with bigger sizes because it's easier to land on bigger boards. Now the con to that is bigger boards do bring a lot more weight, so it is heavier, but if you train your legs and you stay at it, you're gonna get a decent enough amount of pop from skating the bigger board. And then when you skate smaller boards, it's easier to flip around, spin around, get into tricks or whatever, but I find that's a lot harder to commit because you have to be so precise. So skating a smaller board will bring you more precision, but over a longer period of time, while skating a bigger board will bring you more lands, but it will take more effort to get to those lands. So I like something in between 8 and 8.5, which is 8.25. That just works perfect for me. I've skated 8s, 8.125, 8.25, 8.38, 8.5, and I find that 8.25 tends to be the very best. And then I like 8.5s because of the reason of landing things a lot easier, but it is way harder to get off the ground. Now, when skating new boards and stuff like that, I would recommend that if you're looking for your first board, try to get everything the same size. So if you decide to get yourself a size 8, try to get size 8 trucks and stuff like that, because then it's easier. Your board and your trucks kind of match the like width of each other, so then when you do learn flip tricks, it's a little bit easier to not over flip it as you're getting comfortable flipping your board. Now I do find that if my deck is slightly longer than my trucks, I get more spin, but then if I don't catch it right, I land primo easier. And if it's the opposite way, I have to put more effort into my flick in order to get it to finish flipping, because the trucks, they're a little protruding outside the deck. But that's just me getting a little too deep into it. Honestly, anything works, but I like my stuff to be like kind of on point. So my 825 board has 825 trucks. That's just what I recommend anyway. If you guys are having any other questions on what board size you should go with, what truck size, all that good stuff, please leave it in the comments below. I'm down to answer them because I had all these questions when I first started skating, and it's sometimes better to figure out from other people like why match your trucks with your deck or whatever, and get some other opinions on it so then you don't waste more money in the long term. And that's about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed putting it together for you guys. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button. And like I said before, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I'm Jay Skate. Thanks for checking out the video. Peace out.
Everybody's living like the clock don't change. Being comfortable equivalent to the same old thing. I'll be damned if I am living like there's not a better day. It's my time to go and get it. Fuck what anybody say.